How NASA would use drastic solution to knock city-destroying asteroid off course before it hits our Earth. The percentage probability of it striking us has gone up, seems to be going up over a percent just every few days. Scientists might have to get creative to avoid disaster. Gerard Conga reports. NASA's warning that an asteroid could strike planet Earth in just a few years has caught many people by surprise and could result in the space agency taking drastic steps to avoid this catastrophe. This concerns the asteroid that was found December of last year. It's asteroid 2024 YR4. If you didn't have enough to worry about right now, there's a threat of the city-destroying asteroid crashing down on us. Discovered last December, named 2024 YR4, and it's about the size of the New York Statue of Liberty. Thankfully, the percentage change of it actually coming close enough to disrupt the planet in a few years is still slim, but recent predictions have seen a rise in the percentage. Scientists first said there was a 1.2% chance of striking home, which climbed to 2.3%, then 2.6%, and as of February 18, it's now 3.1%. We can only hope by the time the year of impact, 2032, the numbers have fallen closer to zero than gone the other way around. So you can imagine people have had a lot of questions, and scientists across the world have been weighing in. Science journalist and author Dr. Robin George Andrews issued a rather unsettling warning when it came to our preparedness on dealing with an asteroid on its path for Earth impact. However, he did admit that to properly mount the planetary defense mission, you need at least a decade to plan and execute it. Since we don't have a decade in time before it impacts, it kind of puts in a bit of a sticky situation if the statistically unlikely thing should happen. Explaining what other options we might have, he said that there are some drastic solutions we can pull out of our back pocket. And speaking to Metro, he said, it's not like you're playing pool and you hit the cue ball into something and it flies off the other direction. 8 years is tight, basically. So what are our options? Well, there's the nuclear option. Nukes in space could become a reality. I'm sure there was a Michael Bay film with that kind of a plot. Andrews continued, this has never been tested in space because it's technically illegal and it would cause tensions. But if you put a nuclear weapon next to an asteroid, chasing it through space basically, and detonate it, it would give it an even bigger push. So it sounds a bit risky. Anything else? If the choice was to evacuate the area or maybe use a nuke to deflect it, I imagine people are talking about that as a possibility. Aware of the growing concern surrounding the asteroid, he took to social media to sort of quell fears. Worried about asteroid 2024 YR4 and its small but non-zero chance of striking Earth in 2032? Don't panic just yet. I write about planetary defense for a living, and here are some stories about 2024 YR4 that should help you understand the situation. For supercluster, I explain why even a small increase in the asteroid size could spike its destructive potential, and briefly sketch out 4 ways in which the Earth can defend itself against 2024 YR4. Feel better? No, me either. And you can only hope things don't actually come to this, but if they do, hope you have your bunkers ready, he said. Bunkers? And Liv Bridge said, in case you have been living under a rock, NASA's been warning the gigantic space rock is possibly hurtling towards Earth and putting some 110 million lives at risk. It's concerning the December asteroid 2024 YR4, some tens of thousands of miles away in orbit, which actually far away could literally hit home in 2032. 8 of the world's densely populated cities, Bogota, Abidjan, Lagos, Khartoum, Mumbai, Calcutta, and Dhaka, have since been warned it's on the space rock's possible hit list. Yet while some scientists have called for calm, claiming it's more unlikely than likely to hit, other astronomers have triggered fears that Any intervention to stop the rock by blasting it with rockets could present an even bigger catastrophe. That's because it'll just break up into pieces, and these pieces will go everywhere. NASA has also changed its mind in fair few times on how much of a risk it actually poses. Initially, as we said, they said that there was a 1.2% chance of impact. It climbed to 2.3% and then 2.6%, and now it stands at 3.1%. And this made the highest risk level of any large asteroid in history, even that of the ominously named god of chaos, the Apophis asteroid, found in 2004. Now, however, we can all breathe a sigh of relief, as NASA said the probability plummeted back to 1.5 as of yesterday. So what are they doing? I hope they're not just saying that to quell our fears. A blog post revealed the U.S. agency caught a glimpse of 2024, why our forest skies became darker after a week of limited visibility due to the full moon. It's because asteroids are very faint, while the moonlight makes the sky too bright to observe it. Anyway, the fresh finding from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California has seen the asteroid and reduced its impact probability on us, as well as the moon, which has an impact probability of 0.8%. NASA says these observations have further constrained the uncertainty around the asteroid's trajectory, and that its prediction of its path improves with every observation. Although there is still a chance it could hit home, we might still sleep better tonight knowing there's a 98.1% chance the rock will simply whiz by us without causing any harm. Bryce Bolin, a NASA Goddard Space Flight Center astronomer, said he finds the asteroid to be extremely exciting, not only because of its notoriety, but for the scientific potential of studying such a small asteroid in high detail. Only a few asteroids have been studied like this, he said. Meanwhile, Dr. Robin George Andrews, who wrote a book, How to Kill an Asteroid, The Real Science of Planetary Defense, is warning against knocking the asteroid from its path. He said nobody wants to accidentally disrupt an asteroid because those components could still head for Earth. As I often say, it's like turning a cannonball into a shotgun spray. He said it may be smaller or larger. If it's too big, we may not be able to deflect it with one spacecraft. We'd need several to hit it perfectly, all without catastrophically breaking it. And this is on Unilad. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.